Of course, in reality, these minor issues are not signs of fraud or theft. But they are exactly the kind of thing that election deniers have spent years blowing out of proportion to cast doubt and cause outrage and fear over Trump's 2020 loss. But now, the silence began sort of midway through election night, it seems, when it was pretty clear Trump was going to win. That is not to say there isn't a boatload of paranoia left over from the 2020 nonsense. Some on the fringe right have been pointing out that 2020 had millions more Democratic votes than this year, suggesting, as Donald Trump Jr. hinted, that they must have been fake in 2020. It's a particularly thin conspiracy, considering many of the votes haven't been counted yet. Plus the maybe slightly lower turnout this time around. I know it's impossible to believe that maybe people voted differently this time. So sure, there are some people complaining, there always are, but by and large, the minute it was clear Trump was winning, the whining stopped. So why does it matter now, right? Why am I bringing this up? It matters because faith in our election matters. Donald Trump won fair and square in the Electoral College, and it seems in the popular vote, we'll see for sure soon, this time around. But so did Joe Biden in 2020. Joining me now is someone who has followed these claims for years, editorial director of nonprofit elections newsroom Votebeat, Jessica Huseman. She was also previously the lead elections reporter for ProPublica. Thank you very much for being here. Appreciate it. All right, so tell me what you saw on election night in terms of complaints about fraud and how they changed over time.
You know, I think you really hit the nail on the head with your intro. They were just as you would imagine at the beginning of the day and towards the middle of the day. And as soon as it became clear that there was going to be a GOP victory, they just stopped. And so there are certain people in the GOP that have said things like, oh, well, we didn't let them commit fraud this year. Congratulations, guys. But the more common response is just to say nothing now.
Yeah, because the notion that somehow fraud was prevented this time around, I mean, the rules that were changed, and there were some rules that were changed throughout the country, but those rules would still make it possible to commit the kind of fraud that many have been talking about, right? This idea of, oh, 2,600 here in Lancaster County, or machines that are somehow turning votes to somebody else, et cetera. I mean, none of that stuff was fundamentally different in 2020 from 2024.
No, none of it. And I think that the real point there is that the things that they were claiming were not possible, right? They were not possible in 2020. They are not possible in 2024. And the only reason that they are not claiming that they happened is because their preferred candidate was the victor this year. And so what that means going forward for Republicans' fixation on election integrity issues, I'm really not sure. But for now, they are completely silent.
Right, and it's going to make it harder now for someone like Carrie Lake to claim that her election was stolen, because we always talked in 2020 about, well, so they just committed fraud on the top of the ballot, but they didn't commit fraud on the rest of the ballot. And yet this time, where they like the result, it's going to make it harder for the election deniers who are lower on the ballot to say that there was fraud.
Yeah, I mean, this is the problem with being inconsistent in your logic, right?
Yeah.
As soon as you switch it up, it throws the rest of your supporters off base. They can't keep claiming the same thing over and over and over again. And it was really easy for them to say, oh, it wasn't me. It wasn't my poor campaigning or the policies that people don't like. It was the fact that there was fraud of epic proportions, and that's just never been the case.
Yeah, and for those who say, oh, it was too big to rig, that was not the point. You would still have fraud or not have fraud, no matter what the results were. Jessica Huseman, thanks so much for coming on. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen, and don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.